Greetings, everyone. Happy Tuesday. So, I was listening to a podcast today. The podcast is called Amicus, and she had with Dahlia, and then she had a guest on there, and the guest was Alyssa Richardson, who wrote the book Bearing Witness While Black, the videotaping era of basically police brutality. And she made this very, very valid point that really kind of solidified what I had not so eloquently been trying to express over the last year, in that the way that we need the video footage to prove that Black lives are or weren't, they were innocent enough to not be killed, and don't do that for any other person murdered by in hate crimes or by police or just anything, is in itself the problem, right? It's the evidence and the problem. And what she meant by that, in the example that some of the examples she gave and the examples I was thinking of, is that I hear a lot of buzz whenever another killing of a Black body is up for high profile news. And the buzz is, I'm going to refrain from judging until I see the video, until I see the video, until I've seen the video. That's all of us. A lot of Black folks, non-Black folks, but that does not happen for any non-Black folks. For example, 8 Asian Americans were murdered. And I mean, outside of all of the problems with the way they reported the killer, no one said, well, I need to see the video to make sure that these people didn't deserve to die, right? No one said that. No one said that, says that about mass shootings. No one says that. No one says to paint something harsh about victims. They go right to the humanization of the victim and the validation that the person who killed them did not have any right to kill them. The only time I've ever seen that happen when it's a Black body murdered was Breonna Taylor. I'm guessing because she was asleep. That's the only time I've seen it. So that brought me into the realization that, yeah, even that is a form of racial trauma and racism. That being said, I started thinking about this image. So the recent killing of Andrew Brown, and the way that they have on video these officers looking like a lynch mob in the back of a pickup truck going to serve this warrant, and just shooting him in the street in his car where his hands are always shown, and people saying we need to see the video in order to see if it was justified. But we know that it wasn't, because he died by a bullet to the back of his head, and he was in his car. He wasn't endangering anyone. They didn't feel in danger. They didn't feel any of that. They didn't fear fear. They went with guns blazing in the back of a pickup truck like they were going to drag him out, and they killed him. And the sheriff, or the boss of the sheriff, testified in an original hearing that they believed the killing was justified. There were no drugs. Like they said, the warrant was to search for drugs and guns, and they found none of that. But we were still requesting to see the video. The video doesn't ever get numbing to us. It traumatizes us over and over again, and it perpetuates the notion that we need to see it to say whether or not Black bodies deserve to die. So you can justify selling a loose cigarette as a reason you needed to die, but not even consider these massage parlors and Asian women who died as blame. You automatically consider them as blameless. And so I just want to get that out there about this idea that it's problematic, that we think we need to see a video to make sure that the killing of Black bodies wasn't justified, that we think we need to see a video because if we don't have it, then people don't know what's happening. But really, we need to stop having to see a video and showing a video to prove that we are daily targets of terror, murder, and control and patrol of surveillance. We don't need any more videos to know that. What we know is what we know. We've seen it. And we need to move away from that, heal ourselves from that trauma, and get to the business of activism. That's all I have to say. Have a happy Tuesday.